Swadee ka. Thank you for joining us for Newsline. We're broadcasting live on NBT, Radio Thailand FM 88, and also on NBT World. It's a Sunday, and the date is December 27th, and you're with me, Sandrahan Utsaha. Welcome to today's segment of Thailand Moves Forward. In our first story, Prime Minister General Prayut Chan-o-cha has revealed 6 strategies expected to help Thailand achieve its goals after the formation of the ASEAN community. As December 31st will be the official day for the ASEAN community, which comprises 10 nations in Southeast Asia, General Prayut said there would not be any imminent changes overnight. Since taking over, he said he had been preparing Thailand for such integration. He said the government would try to achieve several agreements with member states, as well as China, Japan, South Korea, India, Australia, and New Zealand. He also urged the Ministry of Education to improve the English language skills of Thai students, educators, and workers. In addition, he highlighted 6 strategies which are expected to help Thailand prosper. These strategies include create understanding towards ASEAN, improve living standards in education, produce workers with skills needed in ASEAN workforce market, develop information technology and communication, enhance mechanisms for exchanges and transfers, and the 6th strategy is strengthen regional connectivity. Prime Minister General Prayut Chan-o-cha said the key to acquiring the English language skills is listening and not being afraid of making mistakes. During his national televised speech, General Prayut asked all Thais to have the courage to speak English without the fear of making grammar mistakes. The Prime Minister said international schools and bilingual schools would be established across the country to provide English language courses to Thai students. As for students in rural and remote areas, he said they would be able to improve their English through distance learning programs. In addition, vocational students in 147 schools will be taught technical English terms often used in their professions, he noted, while asking employers to provide English language trainings to their employees and staff who have high potential to become team leaders or supervisors. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has issued a summary of its work progress over the past year. Mr. Don Panamatvinai, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, said that the ministry's many responsibilities include ensuring an accurate understanding of Thai affairs among foreigners, being a representative of Thailand in addressing every issue with foreign countries, and strengthening diplomatic ties with other countries bilaterally and multilaterally. Mr. Don added that we need to discuss issues more fully with foreign countries so that they understand us and our actions. Moreover, with Thailand becoming president of the G77 next year, Thailand will be able to promote the sufficiency economy philosophy and the success of the Royal Rainmaking Project for the benefit of 134 developing countries. Thailand is also insistent on advancing its candidature for a seat on the United Nations Security Council. Even though Kazakhstan is strong and competitive, because Thailand is aware of its potential and readiness to play a part in contributing to the progress of the world. The Ministry of Finance is granting personal income tax deductions to shoppers who spend no less than 15,000 baht between the dates of December 25th and December 31st. Shoppers will be entitled to tax breaks of 1,500 baht should they spend up to 15,000 baht during the aforementioned period. The deduction accounts for 10% of the amount spent. According to the Minister of Finance, the tax incentive will trigger public spending by 140 to 150 billion baht and bolster the country's GDP by 0.1 to 0.2%. In order to claim their rebates, shoppers must be able to present copies of the receipts as well as copies of tax invoice for each purchase. Items that are not deductible include alcohol, tobacco, vehicles, gift vouchers, boats, water bills, electricity bills, and overseas tours. The central bank has anticipated that this year's economy will expand by 2.8%, 0.1% higher than its previous prediction. The Monetary Policy Committee, or MPC, of the Bank of Thailand, or BOT, has recently adjusted its prediction of this year's economic growth from 2.7% to 2.8%, following a 2.9% increase in the third quarter alone. The surge between July and September was due to two factors, including the government spending and the private consumption. The MPC, however, said there remains a number of risk factors that could affect the Thai economy, such as the lower than expected economic growth of Thailand's trading partners, falling prices of consumer goods, international disputes, and the drought crisis. OTOP City 2015 Fair, currently being held at Impact Challenger Hall 123 in Mueang Thong Thani Exhibition Center until December 30th of 2015, aims to promote Thailand's economic potentials for export opportunities in the world markets and in light of the upcoming integration of the ASEAN Economic Community, or AEC. The event features a great variety of OTOP products manufactured from different localities, exhibitions of Their Majesties the King and Queen's royally initiated projects, and the productivity based on Their Majesties' broadened wisdoms, as well as the presentation of a story of OTOP industry dating back from the past up to the present time. The OTOP products are manufactured with the uses of Thai wisdom imparted, developed, and recognized as reliable quality goods. The exhibitions will be displayed in different sections, such as those called the Tasty OTOPs and the Top 10 OTOPs, where the best selected products were contested and awarded prizes in the provinces and regions of the country. And that is the end of today's edition of Thailand Moves Forward. It's time for a quick break now, but we'll have a look at the exchange rates and the commodity prices first.
To maintain a strong nation, Thailand is promoting 12 core values for the good of the people. First among them, to uphold the three pillars: the nation, religion, and the monarchy.
the establishment of the ASEAN community is arriving in 4 days, various agencies are readying themselves for its arrival. One of these entities is the Joint Foreign Chambers of Commerce in Thailand, or the JFCCT. And joining us now on the line to talk about the impact of the ASEAN community on the JFCCT is Mr. Stanley Kang, the chairman of the JFCCT. Mr. Kang, sawasdee ka.
Good morning, Ms. Sandra.
How are you this morning?
Yes, very well.
Let's start with our first question. How will the role of the Joint Foreign Chambers of Commerce in Thailand, or JFCCT, change once the ASEAN Economic Community, or AEC, is finalized?
I think our role are still playing promoting all the investment and trade between Thailand and between all the nations. And especially after the AEC comes up, this will be third largest economic in the world. So we will see that a lot of changing there. I think that we will have to put much more effort to promoting the internal trade between the ASEAN members, and also how to become the strong supply chain for the international market.
Mm-hmm. And is the JFCCT looking for new partners within ASEAN to cooperate with?
I think that we got to work very closely with several institutions to ensure that they do provide us the right figure number for us to analyze. At the same time, that we got to have more close relationship with all the different business associations, chamber of commerce around among the region.
Mm-hmm. And are there any upcoming projects that we can expect from the JFCCT, either in Thailand or in the ASEAN region?
I think we will still very focused because the coming year will be our 40th year in Thailand. So we will be very focused still on all the recommendations to the Thai government, and how can we ensure that Thailand do have to gain its competitiveness when AEC comes. And then we come to a real thing, because when AC comes, a lot of things that we still have to need to change. An example, like how easy to do business in Thailand, and a lot of liberalization issues.
Mm-hmm. So 40 years for the JFCCT this year.
Yes.
A big event then. So, and you mentioned how the JFCCT needs to work on the government policies. So how has the JFCCT been facilitating the government's policies towards the AEC so far?
I think we have published our year policy paper. So that inside is a lot of details that we give the recommendation to the government. And this kind of things that we have to continue doing time to time, and to facilitate, to see how was the movement of things. I think overall the principle of policy should be okay, but implementation will be very important. That's what we are concerned about.
Mm-hmm. And what suggestions can you offer to Thai and foreign investors out there who are looking to take advantage of the AEC's trade and investment liberalization?
I think three things will be the big trend in the coming future. First thing is that overall the whole world competition we can see there. So we suggest that everybody should sit down and make a good negotiation, make sure that become more partnership. More partnership will bring you more business. Example like ASEP, everybody talking about it. TPP, everybody talking about it. And also like the AEC, the same. So we do urge Thailand to have more partnership with all the countries, so that Thailand can ensure ourselves to be the big trading nation. And with all these trading nations, we want to see more openness, right? With all the openness minds, either inbound or outbound. So the trade can be getting more and more. And second trend will be, we think about the openness, because you have to increase your competitiveness. If you isolate yourself, then you won't have the opportunity there. So with the openness, with open society, we believe that will be the best way to get all the competitiveness for Thailand and for the region. And lastly, we still urge everybody to focus on your soft power. So your soft power will be much more influence. Today is not how much weapon you have or how much army you have, it's how much influence you have. So I hope that everybody can more focus on your soft power. That's what Thailand is talking about, Thainess. And what will be the Thainess, the influence on the cultural innovation and on a lot of other innovation to provide more added value for the Thai business and towards the whole region.
Mm-hmm. And one last quick question. Does the JFCCT provide consulting services for interested investors or businessmen?
Yes, we always give a lot of advice whoever the new business want to come. We think our members do take care of different company or different organization from different country want to invest in Thailand. And this day we do also work very closely with BOI or other Thai partner, Thai private sector, whoever wants to go to investment in the nation that we have the connection with.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us this morning.
Okay, thank you very much, Andrea.
And that was Mr. Stanley Kang, the chairman of the Joint Foreign Chambers of Commerce in Thailand, or JFCCT. And in other news, Suvarnabhumi International Airport is presenting the event Time to Celebrate 2016 from now until January 12th, while welcoming 170,000 passengers expected during the Christmas and New Year holiday periods. General Manager of Suvarnabhumi International Airport, Sirod Dwangrat, said the airport has set up a 12-meter tall Christmas tree at the 5th gate on the 4th floor of Suvarnabhumi Departure Terminal as part of its Christmas and New Year celebrations, adding that various activity booths are also operating in the area. The general manager said the airport will also hold a countdown event on the night of December 31st. Meanwhile, the chief of the Immigration Bureau, Police Lieutenant General Nathon Prasunthon, said the bureau is holding a Love at First Sight activity to welcome the establishment of the ASEAN community by giving musical performances to greet arriving passengers. He said the performers are all immigration officers at the airport. And now on to news stories from around the world. Russian Defense Ministry released a new video showing its Air Force performing strikes against what they say are Islamic State targets in Syria. According to the Defense Ministry, Russia has focused its strikes on illegal oil trade routes in Syria, having destroyed nearly 2,000 oil tankers owned by militants. A black and white drone footage released showed bombs hitting what the ministry called a militant's headquarters, a training center, a weapons warehouse, and a hideaway, but no exact locations were given for those targets. Another video showed dozens of trucks on the road. According to the ministry, the video was filmed by one of its drones over Syrian-Turkish border. Trucks were also seen hit by the Russian airstrikes. Russia claimed that there continues to be oil smuggling from Syria to Turkey. Moscow says its airstrikes target Islamic State militants, but rebels and residents say they are causing hundreds of civilian casualties through indiscriminate bombing well away from the front lines. Authorities said more than 100,000 people have had to evacuate from their homes in the bordering areas of Paraguay, Uruguay, Brazil, and Argentina due to severe flooding in the wake of heavy summer rains brought on by El Nino. In the most affected country, Paraguay, around 90,000 people in the area around the capital city of Asunción have been evacuated, the Municipal Emergencies Office said. Many are poor families living in precarious housing along the banks of the River Paraguay. The Paraguayan government has declared a state of emergency in Asunción and 7 regions of the country to free up funds to help those affected. Several people have been killed by trees falling in the storms that caused the flooding, local media reported. There is no official death toll yet. The UN Weather Agency, the World Meteorological Organization, said last month that this year's El Nino, which sparks global climate extremes, is the worst in more than 15 years. And that's all we have for you in this edition of Newsline. For any comments or suggestions you may have, feel free to email them to us at newsline.nbt@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Facebook by simply typing in NNT. And you can check out more news stories at our website at timenews.prd.go.th/en. Today we say goodbye to you with the cherry Christmas atmosphere in Moscow of Russia. For Newsline, I'm Sandra Hanut-Saha. Swadika.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh.